Alright. Let's see. There we are. Looks like it's working now. Let's double check this. And that would be a yes. Awesome. Hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are back with another live stream. And once again, we are going back to the world of Termina with Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in, shall we? How is everyone doing today, by the way? Just go ahead and get this started. Jacob Kennedy says hello. Hello, Jacob Kennedy. Alright, so the quickest way to the mountains is through the north gate. Simple enough. Alright, so I do need actually some arrows. Jacob Kennedy says fine. Now that's good to hear. Just go ahead and get straight to it. I just need to remember how to easily get some arrows real quick. Ooh, some stutter for some reason. There we go. There we are. And now, I might as well... No, that's... There we go. Alright, so we'll go ahead and slow down time. Gutentrom says, out of curiosity, how long will the stream last? Usually, with this game, I go for, if last stream's any indication, I go for one cycle per stream, basically. Well, technically, last one technically went 2 cycles because I ended up getting out of the Deku form and then going to Woodfall, but this will be just 1 cycle is my plan, so I'll go through Snowhead and all that. One more. Gutentrom says, also hi, and you are doing great. Love your streams. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoy watching them. Alrighty. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, I forgot. There we are. Perfect. Just what I need. And just avoid him. And while we are at it, deploy some bombs. Let's see. Scrin99 says hi. Hi, Scrin99. Wait, what? Well, yeah, that's what I did with the last bomb, but it didn't seem to work. That's strange. Oh, there we go. I guess it took 2 for some reason. Oh well. Mountain village ahead, beware of blizzards and deep snow. Gorons should be able to break the snow boulders easily. Yep. Right away. Not what I had in mind. Apparently that's the wrong way. Fine. Ah, yeah, silly. I should have actually looked at the map. That's my fault. So we've made it to Mountain Village, which is nice. That means that we should be able to, hopefully, if I'm lucky, get most of this stuff taken care of before nightfall, so then I can head back into town and finally get the blast mask. Go ahead and activate the owl here first and foremost. So the guy up there is going to give us the little mask that he's wearing if we can get him some food, which is... I have a plan for that. Let's see, is this the right way? It looks like it. Not quite. Alright, so go ahead and just there we are. Actually, let's actually get that fairy bottled up. There we go. Alright, so try to figure out where I need to go. I think that's the route back to Termina there, so it's either that or I just made a mistake. Yep, okay, that's okay. That's a small mistake. I can work with that. So we'll just head back this way. And it's this way. Yeah, this little area can get a little bit easy to get turned around in to an extent, but hey. And we can also meet and get ourselves a map. There we are. Let's see, Grutentrom says, I'm quite tempted into playing Majora's Mask myself by watching you, but since I've never even finished the original one, I will likely not even finish this one. It's a fun game. It's one that I highly recommend anyone play. The dungeons are a little bit trickier, admittedly, than in Ocarina of Time sometimes. But at least I don't recall it having anything as anywhere near as obnoxious as, say, the Water Temple. And by that I mean the dungeons have a habit of being pretty well made in this game. I mean, Snowhead is known for being a little bit iffy, admittedly, but that's more to do with the fact that you can basically... Okay, so let's just deal with this guy. There we go. But basically it's more to do with the fact that you can fall, if you fall, you can fall a long way down and have to get back up. But, oh well, it could be worse, right? Let's see. Jacob Kennedy says, Valkyrie Chronicles, anyone? I've actually heard of the game. I do need to try it out, admittedly. Alright. And Gutentron says, haha. Alright. Alright, so let's see what the owl says. Hoot, hoot, we meet again. Fairy child, have my stone statues been of help? Yes, they have. Well, it seems you may have the strength to change the fate of this land as I had expected. But the road ahead is even more challenging. Many trials await you. Please watch over these Gorons around you. Their land is doomed to be smothered in snow and ice forever. It will become a land where no living thing can survive. Without courage and determination, you will surely collapse from the extreme conditions. But if that courage and determination burns bright within you, then that's another story. So will you proceed? Yep. Hoot hoot, you are strong. You are a child of many strengths. Well, perhaps you do have enough strength to change the fate of this mountain after all. I shall take to the air now, flying towards that shrine across the way. So follow behind me. Do not be daunted by appearances. Instead, let your feelings guide you, and the true path shall open before you. Are you ready? Follow behind me. Alright, fair enough. Gutentrom says, when I played the game back in 2000s, I was just a kid and didn't speak English back then. Ah. Okay, so let's just go this way, this way. And there we are. I've certainly been assured of your courage and determination. Yeah, especially given the feathers didn't even fully drop on some of them. But that's alright. Alright, from here on, you must not be fooled by appearances. You must rely on your feelings. Good, good, let the hate flow through you. Now enter the shrine. Something that will aid in your quest lies within. Use that item when returning from here. So we are getting the Lens of Truth. Gutentrom says Valkyrie Chronicles is a great game, Jacob. I might have to try that. Alright, so we got the Lens of Truth, which means we're actually going to be able to get to the Goron form soon, because... There we are. Should be a chest around here. Ow. There we are. So the red rupee should help us out in buying a new map. Not that that's really even all that necessary, but... I turned the bunny hood, by the way, off in this area because that can throw your jumps off a little bit here. But there we are. Come on, I can see you, so can I... There we go. Yep, simple enough. Now, it should actually be possible, yep, to see his shadow there, so that's an easy way to save on supplies. Alright, so it looks like he's heading this way. But yeah. If you ask me, when it comes to the dungeons in this game, though, the Stone Tower dungeon, absolute legend of a dungeon in the game. A lot of people will consider it to be the best dungeon ever put into a Zelda game, period. It is that good. But that's towards the end, but that's fine. There we are. Just run past him. There we are. Alright, so hopefully he should now be... There he is. Gutentrom says, my problem with Zelda used to be here walk half... Oh, sorry, missed that jump. Here walk half the game to speak with someone and then do something. Yeah, I can kind of see that being an issue. At the other side. Yep. Alright. If I remember correctly, it's this way. I've actually climbed up here so many times I could actually probably do it without even using the Lens of Truth, where I used to be able to do that. Let's see, is it this way? I think it is. Yep. There we go. Excuse me. The Soaring One said, the one who could see me would be arriving soon. It seems that it turned out to be true. I am Darmani, the Third. The blood of the proud Goron heroes runs in me. This feels strange for me to say, but when I was alive, I was a renowned warrior and veteran. Yes, when I was alive. But alas, I am now dead. I was fine until I marched off to Snowhead by myself, hoping that I could drive off a demon. It had been wreaking havoc on Goron village. Then the blizzard at Snowhead blew me into the valley, and now, here I am. How infuriating. As I am, I can only watch as Goron village is slowly buried in ice. I may have died, but I cannot rest. So, you can use magic. The Soaring One also told me that you were able to use it. I beg you, bring me back to life with your magic. If it is beyond your power, then I beg of you to do this for me instead. Heal my sorrows. Any way that you can do it will suffice. Please, heal my sorrows. Alright. Gutentrom asks, how many times have you finished Majora's Masks? At this point, I actually forget. I've played this game a lot, let's just say. There we go. What a soothing melody. My sorrows are melting away in the song. I leave my undying feelings with you. The deeds I have accomplished while living are carved on my grave. You should read it. For the Goron village, I have asked your assistance. See if we can actually read it as is. It is written in letters you have never seen before. Okay, so we actually have to put on the Goron form to be able to read it, which is an interesting little idea. Gutentrom asks, is it just me or the more recent Zeldas seem to be simplified, like the games are becoming easy? Maybe, actually. That might actually be a thing, given how Breath of the Wild has a really interesting mechanic, from what I understand, where you can basically beat it almost right from the get-go, if I understand that correctly. So I'm kind of on your side on that one, I think. Although it seems to be an issue with video games in general, in my opinion, but that might be just me. Gutentrom says, in a manner that isn't good, like mechanics-wise, but the game challenges themselves. Yeah, video games have definitely become easier over the years, in my opinion. Definitely, as far as I'm concerned. Anyways, the Goron hero Darmani III rests here. In honor of a great hero, this memorial is inscribed with the knowledge of a great hero. Okay. Will you read the knowledge imparted by the hero? I'll just do this real quick. Lift objects without effort is mightier. Alright, so I'll go ahead and just go through that real quick. And here's how you get... There's a little thing you do here. We'll pull this. Gutentrom says, no, not just you. Remember growing in the 90s and 2000s when games were so impossible? Yes, actually. I absolutely remember that. I mean, really, although if you ask me, that seems more be an 80s and early 90s thing, because once you got to, I think it was maybe 96 or 97, it started becoming much, much easier. Or notably easier, anyways. You're not the Great Darmani, are you? Then just whose grave was I making? Did you come back to life because it was so warm beneath your grave? Okay, so the other guy here that has been frozen, we'll save him once we break out of the ice. There we go. What have I been doing? Alright. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the mask off, get the bunny hood so I can move faster. Well, actually, you know what? That might be... Well, I know I need to take the bunny hood off. There we go. Let's see. Gutentrom says, I was born in 94, but I played loads of older games. I can attest what you said. 80s and 90s games were made. You spend months into a single game and not finishes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Some of them were even extremely ambitious for what they were in terms of when they came out, too. So, for example, Elite. Anyone remember Frontier Elite 2? That's a really good example off the top of my head, where you quite literally had an entire solar system that you could go across. And keep in mind, the game came out on floppy disk, and it could still pull it off somehow. Okay, so there should be a guy around here somewhere that I actually need to find and hopefully... Or do I actually need to... Ah, that's too late. Well, it looks like what I need to do is actually find, I guess, go to the Goron village first and then... Nope. But what I definitely need to do is actually speed up the process a little bit just so I can get to this guy. But while we're here, just to make the best of the situation, we'll go ahead and... Alright. Scrid99 says he was just underneath you, lol, or was he? And Gutentrom says, I have a floppy of that game still. Yep. I believe, yeah, I believe I have the floppy version. Yes, I do, actually. I know it came out on a CD as well, but... Just deal with this wolf. Ow. Or he's gonna fall down there. I mean, that saves me some effort. Or it was a chest, says Grenade. Yes, there's actually, yeah, now that you mention, I think it was probably a chest. There are some there that once you thaw out the region, the chest becomes available. But you're not going to be able to get it in Goron form. You actually have to come back here if you really want it as Zora Link, if I remember correctly. So we've got the map of Snowhead. Alright, now we can actually make it back. Oh wait, this is the wrong way. Just heal up a little bit there. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and equip the bottle. Project 64 says HMU Philly. Yep. With the Nerrel's texture pack, actually. Alrighty, so all we have to do now is just head, I think it's this way. Yep. Ah, that's unfortunate, but hey. I like how Lincoln just... Whoop. There we go. Project 64 childhood. Yep, absolutely. Let's see how far up I am. And then 3DS birth the 3D childhood on steroids. All right. Yeah, the 3DS version does have its fans as well. Now that you mention it, I know Nerrel, the guy that made this particular texture pack, isn't a huge fan, but someone's modded the 3DS version to as well bring back some of the stuff like, let's see, for example, the fact that you know how in Zora form you don't actually get the fast swimming mode without using magic. Well, someone actually brought it back in a mod, so... And I believe Nerrel actually worked on a texture pack and whatnot for the mod, for the 3DS version as well, so... Because I know he is a bit of a fan of... He was a massive fan of just Majora's Mask in general. Just get this way. Alright, now then... Alright, so we'll just... JC says hello. Hey, JC. Hope you're enjoying the stream. There we go. And all we have to do now is just deploy the water, and we should be good. Hopefully... Yep, alright. Apparently we actually have to talk to his son first. Okay. Glad we got that cleared up. Unfortunately. So that is another step I have to do. I liked how that move just one-shots the wolf holes. Alright, well... Fortunately, I have a plan. That plan involves going to the Goron village here, and... Once we... I guess we'll just have to talk to the kid, and hopefully that'll get this whole situation squared away. There we go. You know, I have to sometimes wonder why this isn't a meme. The kid just crying like that constantly. At least there's one thing. Okay, there's no fires lit here, so I have to actually talk to the kid before I can light all the torches. Okay. I'll just talk to everyone just to make sure that I... There we go. Alright. So I have a plan. I'll just have to go this way. We'll have to go back, get the bottle and filled up again. So that's going to take a little bit of time, but hey, I can work with that. Still got plenty of time before night, so I can still finish this part of the game, and then I can actually, hopefully, so my plan, like I said, is going to be to get to the temple itself, or be able to access it by getting the song, and then I'll go back, try to get the blast mask in Termina, or in town, Clock Town. And from there, hopefully, there we are. There, hopefully, we'll be able to just finish the temple, and that should be a good cycle, I think. Ooh. Yeah, I fudged that pretty bad. Wonder if I can... Nope, okay. Alright, so next, just go this. That should have hit, but didn't, but okay. I guess I was slightly off. Alright, let's see. If I remember correctly... Yep. It has been a little while since I've done this. Well, it's been a little while before this stream, I should say, that I've done the little ladder climb, so that's why I'm having a little trouble remembering it, but eh. Just get the bottle. Alright, now, just make a big beeline straight for dude again. Now that we've actually spoke with his son and the other dudes around him, hopefully... Oh yeah, this can mess you up if you... Ow! I actually had a case where this actually took me down to just a quarter of a heart by doing that by accident. I think it was all the way from full health just from the sheer bad luck of the fall. I don't know how it happened, but it really just bled the hearts right out of my character. So I've been kind of wary about that ever since. There we go. Alright, now I can actually speak with him. Now we can actually... Yep, there we go. JC says hello, hello. Hey, JC. Oh, sorry, I already read that by accident. My bad. Alrighty, so he's forgotten most of the song, but he's just but that's fine. I can work with that. Alright, so we've learned the first part of the song. We can teach it to we can play it to the kid. He'll tell us the rest of the song, and then we'll be able to finish that part of it. Now, I don't think we ever see that guy again in the game. Ow. So it could be that he... Well, I don't think I need to elaborate too much. This is a pretty dark game, after all, sometimes. Ukrainian Fedora says, hello, just got back from my walk. A nice shower afterwards. All is great. Noticed something. Rural New York is shifting red pretty quick now because I live there, pretty quiet in the country. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean... The way things seem to be these days, yeah, I would not be surprised if a lot of places are turning pretty quickly with all the crazy stuff going on. Alright, so he'll teach us the rest of the song. We'll actually be able to use the torches, light them up. Hopefully get the thing so I can get the other mask there, and... Alright. I'll finish this real quick and I'll read more chat. Alright, so he's going to sleep, and so is everyone else in this area. So now I can actually... Alrighty, now that I can get this done, I'll get this. And once we start doing this, I'll start being able to read some of the comments. Here we are. Ukrainian Fedora says, when Prez said he was... Actually, I might as well just finish this first, sorry. If only because... There we are. Because I know this has some timing required, so... So you have to get these all lit before they all go out. And we got it. Nice. Unfortunately, all the things that respond... Okay, so now we can actually start reading. Alright, so... Ukrainian Fedora says, when Prez said he was going to change it, he wasn't wrong. Best part is no one cares about it either. It's pretty normal despite all the blatant support out here. I love it. And then Guten Charm says, as a non-American looking at your politics, how can someone still vote Dem? I mean, they do exist. I definitely have relatives that are still planning on voting Dem, but I've also seen relatives that have been lifelong Democrats, right? See them for the first time in years, and they're wearing a MAGA hat and a Trump 2020 mask. So that seems like something of a wake-up call as far as that's concerned to me. Because, yeah, that particular relative I would never have seen. I would never have predicted that. Anyways, so, Ukrainian Fedora says, good question, probably TDS or just plain insanity. Rule in Y has been a mixed bag, but I think it's starting to change even seeing back the blue and big painted patriotic thing. Yeah, nice. Gutentarm says, but again, looking from situation from outside, it's too obvious. I know. I mean, well, okay, I'm in the U.S., granted, but it's just gotten so ridiculous. Ooh, there we go. Second try. So that means we can just pick this up, take it all the way, and we'll be able to get a new mask out of it. Yeah, so like I said, this will get us... The mask itself is, unless you're going through multiple dungeons again, fairly vestigial, because you need to basically... You use it to talk to frogs that we'll be picking up. The problem is that, well, some of these frogs are in multiple dungeons, meaning that you have to go through multiple dungeons in a single cycle to actually make use of the mask, and it's all for a heart... Ooh. It's all for a heart piece, so... The mask isn't, this particular mask, the Don Gerudo mask, is not the most important one exactly, but... There we are. I don't know why I keep dropping it, but I do. Oh well. Alright, so we should be right at the verge of just getting to the guy getting the map scanned, all good. Almost night, but we still have enough time, I think, to get to that new area, unlock the Song of Soaring, or get the new eagle there, so that's all good. Dodongo Cavern's finest quality rock sirloin. This is my absolute favorite. Blessed be this meal. JC says, I still don't understand defunding the police like it was a good thing. Yeah, it's... I mean... That's the thing. It's not like there aren't problems, right? But when your solution for the problem seems like it's going to be 10 times worse than the actual issue, that's... yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me, with this particular, you also have to... So it's actually, if I remember correctly, 3 dungeons you have to go through to an extent. You have to beat Snowhead to turn it to spring. You have to talk to all of the frogs, which means going through 2 dungeons, as well as, at least 2 dungeons if I remember correctly, as well as talking to random frogs on the main game world as well. Gutentarm says because they see police as a problem, so they think removing it will solve what they perceive as a problem. Yeah. Yeah, that's... I think that's on point with the mindset going in. Actually, I better... Ukrainian Fedora says, yep, also funny thing is Cuomo probably doesn't even know that New York is flipping red. Finish the rest of that comment as soon as I get through here. Oh, oop, I missed it. Alright. Alright, so, funny thing is, Cuomo probably doesn't even know that rural New York is flipping red. Maybe he does, but I don't know. Either way, agriculture, the main industry of New York, is the only thing keeping it alive. I didn't realize that agriculture was the main industry of New York. That's interesting. Literally, the Empire State New York is mostly countryside. If it was gone, New York would fall apart. That I could definitely see. Oops. If I get this right, we should be able to just get to the owl statue, and then I can just... I keep messing it up. Oh, God. I keep making myself into a fool. Oh, that's not going to work. I mean, I still have a few hours before the... Arr. Guten Term says, gentlemen, I do have errands to run. Hope you best luck and have fun. Yep, thank you. Ukrainian Fedora says, lol. Yep. How many times am I going to screw this up? You know what? I'm just going to wait for the night. I'm just going to wait for the night, as close as it is right now. There we are. This is probably the least seen area for me in the entire game. Because you just go through this one spot just once. Arrgh. You know what? I'm not even going to... What I'm not going to do is... Oh. I don't know how that worked, but you know what? I'll take it. I'm just going to walk. Apparently my Goron skills are too rusty. And I'm better at just punching the snowballs than I am just riding through the normal way. No, you don't. Alright. Actually, I need a little bit more space. And we made it. Finally. Alrighty. So what we've basically got here is a giant Goron blocking the route. Which if we actually play the Lens of Truth, you'd be able to see. And you know what? I might as well. I don't know why there's a giant Goron there blowing into everything. But hey. Alright, so Ukrainian Fedora says, also apparently from a friend who lives in California. She says that California, the northern part where she lives, is flipping red too, much like San Diego. And she isn't one of the crazies either. Businesswoman herself. That is interesting. Keys Rule says he's a ghost. That might actually be... You know what? I might kind of explain it. Ukrainian Fedora says, ooh, ghost. Yep. Although, you're supposed to... If I remember correctly, you actually do see him again after you beat the dungeon. He just is sitting off to the side or something, if I remember correctly. Okay, so the first night, fairly simple. What we have to do is now just play the waiting game, so... But what happens is there's a... dude right over here. And he is a burglar, or he's a robber, so we'll have to... I'll just jump over here. I love how they actually put in playground equipment in this game. That's... There we go. Yeah. Oh, well. Anyways, so I'll just wait here. Return time to normal speed. This will take a little bit, maybe a few minutes, so... But what'll happen is an old lady will go, I'll show up from there, carrying, I believe she's actually one of the owners of the bomb shop, and he'll try robbing her. Now, you might think that's not exactly the best idea, given what they sell for a living, but that's neither here nor there. You can actually do some interesting things. Kizreal says, I forgot where, but I remember somewhere it says something like he was an old hero Goron that died protecting the temple. Been too long. Interesting. That, what, it could, was it, I know this game had a manga for it, actually, because I've gotten a manga, and I haven't really read it quite yet. Need to, admittedly, but JC asks, hey Ace, have you ever played any of the Ace Combat titles? Yes, I have, actually. I've played Ace Combat Fires of Liberation, which I believe is the 6th game, and I've also played Assault Horizon Legacy, which is basically a 3DS remake of Ace Combat 2. So those are the two big ones I know for a fact I've played, and I've also got Assault Horizon regular as well. Yeah, both of those games are absolute blast. As far as my favorite air combat games, though, let's see. If we're going strictly arcadey games, for me the big three have got to be Here's the Pacific, Secret Weapons over Normandy, and Star Wars Rogue Squadron. And in particular, by the way, Heroes of the Pacific, amazing game. If you guys have never played it before, oh boy, where do I even start on that one? Same with, well, actually, again, though, I could say the same with all three of those. JC says you should try Zero. It's one of the best. Okay, I'll have to have a look at that. I mean, Jurbo says, you have to finish this game in 3 days. Well, kind of, yes. But you can go... You can go back through time again and restart the cycle. Now, speedrunners have, I think, technically found it's possible to go through... After basically going through once and getting Link back to his highly informed, that you can, of course... go back to, and they found that you could basically kind of do it in one cycle once you, of course, go back through or once you get your highly informed back. But it is extremely tricky and requires a lot of tricks to do. A lot of exploits. But anyways, as far as the game, though, it works on a 3-day cycle, but you do go back in time through it constantly. Ukrainian Fedora says, I've played Ace Combat 4, 5, and 6, and I've been playing on Assault Horizon and 7 Unknown Skies. Also, yes, Here's the Pacific. I remember that one. I also played Secret Weapons of World War II. Alright. Yeah. And if you ask me, the best version, by the way, of Secret Weapons of Normandy, in my opinion, is the Xbox version, because it actually had free DLC. So you're looking at something like 3 or 4 DLC aircraft, plus at least 2 single-player maps, and then a co-op map, if I remember correctly. JC says, I've never finished Pacific or over Normandy, unfortunately. That is unfortunate. Especially given that, if I remember correctly, neither of the game has made it on a digital storefront. You actually still have to, in both cases, buy physical copies. The exception might be There might be PS2 versions of both games digitally available. I haven't checked. But I don't think you can really acquire it digitally otherwise. Alright, so we got that. So we got ourselves the glorious blast mask. Nice. And once she gets to her store tomorrow, we can actually upgrade our bomb bag. Now, if you actually did this particular little thing and tried to also do the cafe side quest, you wouldn't actually be able to complete the cafe side quest, unfortunately. So you have to do that. Okay, I messed that up. But yeah, you'd basically have to do both of those at the same... Or you'd have to do those both in different cycles. Keys Rule says, ever see what happens if you stop the thief with a fire arrow? It actually works with any arrow. But yes, I have. It explodes. I know that any arrow does that. I think there might be some other stuff that does that as well. I just forget what it is. But yeah, it is entirely possible to accidentally kill the thief. I'm going to show you guys a little something with regards to the blast mask. So a little tip when it comes to using the blast mask. Normally you will damage yourself, however this game has a little exploit of sorts. Well, a very easy one to discover. Just use a shield. No, really. So normally it damages you and you lose half a heart, but if you do it like that, you're fine. Now it does have to recharge, and you'll see this little foggy form here until it is. But we'll wait for it to recharge, and then I'll show you that. Just for the sake of it, you know. See what I mean? But yeah, so if you use the shield, even though the mask is quite literally on your face, you lose no damage. You lose no health, which is hilarious. There's another little thing I like to do in goofing around is making Link go airborne with the bell there. You can actually, if you get enough, if you have enough bombs set down and all that, you can actually launch yourself over to this building here. But anyways, enough goofing around. Let's go ahead and. Let's go back and actually start work on that particular dungeon that we were at, or going to do earlier. And we'll slow down time again, so we don't have to worry about that either. And that should be a... Because right now we're what? We're most of the way through the first day. So we still have 2 full days to actually get through the dungeon, which I think is plenty of time. I don't remember this dungeon ever being that lengthy, which is the good news. You just have to worry about falling down. But otherwise, you're quite good. All right. All right, so there we go. We've somehow managed to put a ghost to sleep, it seems. Which is... That's a problem, but that's a small problem. There we go. Now, to actually save myself some time in case I fall down or something, I'll actually go straight into the ferry area here. So that way, if I fall down, hopefully, I'll just be able to return straight from here rather than having to go the long way. Yeah, I'm just gonna avoid those for now. Alright, so yeah, most of these guys you can just run past and be fine. Yeah, I missed the timing up on that one. Comes another one, and he is coming for us. Oop. Well, I still have another fairy in the bottle. I know sometimes there we go. Alright, now, we finally made it in. I think there is a reward for, if I remember correctly, there would have been a reward somewhere for defeating all those dudes. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Alright, Ukrainian Fedora says, taps mask to face, put shield in front of me, catastrophic explosion off a cliff, survives, best mask ever. Yep. Alright. And we are now back to full health. Although given that that's only 6 hearts, that's... Oh, it's not terrible. One good thing about the Goron form also is that you're immune to lava, if I remember correctly. Alright, now we can just punch this dude and all will be good. And I can shoot arrows at this, and that should be awesome as well. Oh, that's not working. Yeah, apparently I guess I need to use fire. Ooh. However, I forgot to check to see if there was any fairies in any of the other rooms, so I need to do that as well. There's another one down there. Yeah, so I need a little bit of a better angle, but that's fine. Ooh, no. Well, I was gonna try. There we are. Alright, so there's no more fairies in this room, which is fortunate. I might as well double check to see if there's any in the past room. That would be it, but no, so I will go back into here. Now, back to Goron form. Yep, I messed that up. Hopefully I'll be able to make it straight to the other side there before day breaks, so that'll be nice. Basically, with this dungeon, now there is one part that I might, with this live stream, there is one part in this game that can be a little bit not exactly a good idea to do for a live stream, and that's the fact that there's an area you basically have to go through all of this again and then go through a Goron race to get the best sword in the game. So yeah, you quite literally do have to beat the game twice. Or beat this dungeon twice in order to get the best sword, which is kind of a silly move, if you ask me, but that's neither here nor there, I suppose. There we go. Alright, now we'll just go up here, see what... Find out what's in this. I wonder if it's going to be a map or compass. Because what we're going to unlock in this... I know what we're going to unlock as far as a special item in this dungeon is, of course, the fire arrows. That was easy. Oh, so I need the fire arrow to unlock this too. Okay. Well, I can head that way, so that's what I'm doing. KKND1 and KKND2 Crossfire appear to be on sale on GOG, much like Battle Engine Aquila. Might very well get it, says Ukrainian Fedora. Alright. I mean, yeah, if you're interested, you go by all means. Alright, so this puzzle. Okay, so if I remember correctly... First off, let's get this, which is probably it's either going to be a key or... Yep. Let's actually double check, make sure there's no fairies in this room. There are. Okay. I keep forgetting to do that in this for some reason. Oops. Oh well. Yeah, I saw Kibbs did a live stream, by the way, of Battle Engine Aquila. He seems to enjoy it, but he doesn't really seem, for whatever reason, he just seems to think that a lot of old games that they age poorly for him. Alright, so I think if we can find a way to jump up there. It looks like what we're going to have to do is actually make one jump from over there to over here. So I'll have to come back to this room later. But that's fine. So I know there's more fairies in this room as well. Alright, so we've already been here. So we'll just take this route, head downstairs. Yep, thought there were going to be more fairies here, so... Alright. Ukrainian Fedora says, I also hear the former two are really good classic strategy games with a little fixing. Let's see. With a little fixing, it wouldn't be a bad buy either. Also, sometimes it's a given, but some age better than others. Yeah, that's true. There are games that do age better than others. Alright, let's see what we can work with here. Okay, so... it looks like it wants me to use fire arrows in this area, which means to me that I can't really do much right now here. Well, it does suggest that I'm going to acquire them probably pretty quickly. Wonder if I have to kill everything in this room or something. Maybe, but... I will. Let's see if there's anything I can unlock with a key. I'm sure there would be. Not here, but I do know where there is a door with a key, so... I go through this way again. There we are. But yeah, some games do, though, in my opinion, age a lot better than they have any right to. Like, one that comes to mind, let's see. Well, this game, for example, if you ask me, has aged pretty well, given that it came out almost 20 years ago now. Ukrainian Fasora says, I think Aquila, however, aged decently. It's not the best one in terms of... we can just finish. In terms of how much one game ages, but it could be worse, at least from what I've seen. Yep. The controls can get a little bit silly, but that is... and also, from what I've seen from Kibbs' live stream, the some of the boss battles aren't all that great. But hey, that... I love how my Goron is basically turned into One Punch Man for the Wolfos. I say as I need to use 2 punches. Alright, time to actually put that blast mask to good use. There we are. Let's see. If I remember correctly, yep. So this isn't going to be as bad, because all I have to do is just start breaking stuff. There we are. Okay, so that's another one, and I think there's maybe 2 more. Yep. So we can get ourselves some nice fat red rupees out of the deal as well. Let's see. There we are. Pretty sure that suggests there's a secret there. Yep, and it looks like it's going to be another fairy. So we are a third of the way through when it comes to the fairies. That's actually pretty good. Alright, Another key. So, which, if there's another boss battle in this room, that's probably, or in the upcoming room, that's, or mini boss, I should say, that means to me that there's going to be, if it is going to be another, if it's going to be a mini boss, nope, it's not. Okay. Still, I do believe I have. All right, so actually, let's see if I can find. Because I remember in this room there being, yep. At least all the fairies are. This room's been dealt with. These guys are down. All right. So this is going to be a timed thing. If I remember correctly, actually, double check. Maybe it is this I have to do. Or it could be. Okay, that just restarts. Yeah, that's what I was originally thinking. So here's my plan. I'm going to make a jump. Then I'm going to get back over here. Get back over to here. Lower that platform, and then that should fix it. And we did it. Alright, so this area. Oh, I forgot. Well, actually, wait. No, that's... No! That's what I meant about the whole falling down thing. Ah, well. And it gets much higher up than that, too, so... yeah. Well, I can live with that. It's been forever since I've actually fallen down like that, too, so... Okay, so in this case, if I remember correctly, I have to go this way. Come on, there we go. Well, it could be worse, right? Alright, so anyways... Did you guys hear that there's another Zelda game on the run, and it's basically a Hyrule Warriors, but it's a prequel to Breath of the Wild, if I remember, if what I've heard is correct. But yeah, apparently they're making a new one. Ukrainian Fedora says, I can name quite a few games that appear to have aged well enough, though. One example is Nexus: The Jupiter Incident. Yep, I've heard of that one. Very well, and in my opinion, was an advanced space game for its time. Yep. Can't argue with that, really. Alright, so let's see what else we've got. So I'm back in here. Does that mean we'll have to go through the puzzle? Yep. Alright. Well, this is about as bad as it gets as far as this, because once you get the fire arrows, as you can tell, there's some shortcuts that open the ride up. Alright, so we'll just do this again. Jump up, and there we go. Now, if I can avoid jumping off this time, there we are. It's been years since I've fallen off like that, so there we are. And this is another shortcut, so I'm presuming that actually brings another thing. It brings a ladder there or something as well. Alright, let's see. Ah, this guy. The Wizrobe. Who becomes a very common mini-boss. That's fine. So he's gonna use mirages to try to fool us. Problem with this case is I can hear, of course, where he's gonna show up from. And the real version is not transparent. Apparently, yep, there we are. That should give us the fire arrows that we need, which is awesome. So now we can actually find a few shortcuts up here, not have to take the long route again. Alright, so first off, that gives us a path further up. And here we are. Cool. Now, how do I get... I wonder if there's a ladder or something there. That works too. And I messed it up. That's fine. I can work with that still. Ukrainian Fedora says, if I remember correctly, Nexus only costs $10 on either Steam or GOG. GOG preferably these days, especially since I don't like giving too much tax money to Cuomo. Recently updated. Okay. I didn't realize it was recently updated, but yeah, if I remember correctly, you're right. It is about $10. Should be another ferry or something. Yep. So we're actually about halfway through the ferry list now, which is nice. So we've pretty much done everything on this level, so off to the next one, I think. Actually, wait, let me double check. Oh, I didn't even need to, because it's right there. And over there, where that little bit there is, I believe is another ferry. So I need another key, apparently. Oh well, I'll just drop down. Ukrainian Fedora says, recently completed Nexus's campaign, tough on some levels, satisfying in others. Not an easy game. Yeah, from what I've seen, it doesn't seem to be a particularly easy one. If I remember correctly, I ended up picking it up around the same I ended up picking up Evil Genius, and unless you decide to exploit that game or something by... Just head back through here. However, this does open up quite a few new options. So we'll just start... Anyways, but yeah, all I have to do is just start finding out what's left here to do, and... that... ah, well. Hit boxes. And that one went out. There we go. I am running a little low on magic, so I do need to hurry about that, but otherwise... there. Maybe I should just go Goron form on these guys in close quarters. It's a risky move, but... oh yeah, you can just do that. Well, I feel silly now. But there is another chest, and... there we go. That should be another ferry, so that would be our 8th one, I believe. Nice. There we are. And there we go. Now, you can lower it if you want to, but I don't really think it's that necessary at this point. Let's see. Is there any... I wonder if there's any more ferries in this room. Does not appear to be. Wait, what's that down there? Oh. Be a little bit better if I could hit it. There we go. Alright, so that fixes that. Just jump down here. I guess I can take the long route around. Hopefully that'll get me back to... So this area... So yeah, once you have the platform up like that, it can get a little bit slow from that. But otherwise, I think, like I said, we're up to, what, 8 fairies? I'm still trying to, of course, get the upgrade in this dungeon as well, because that gives us access to twice the magical power, which is useful. See what was in this room, if I remember. Yep, okay. So that should be fairy number 9 there. I know where the 10th one is as well. Oh. Oh. So I could just... Okay. Well, I know that I have to get back to this room somehow. I just forget how. Alright, so Predator Steel says, don't think I've watched anything on Majora's Mask. Happy to stick around for a while. Ah, glad to hear it. Yeah, it is a great game. Just need to get to the right area. Okay, so let's try... I've already been through there. Ow. So I'll just go back this route, because I already have the shortcut unlocked. Actually, wait, I already have that too. I'm not sure what that does, but might just unlock that to make it easy to go that way. Nope. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Anyways, welcome aboard, Predator Steel. Hope you do end up enjoying the game. It is a blast for me to play, I will say that. Actually, you need to get some more. There we go. Another treasure chest. This looks like a key or some sort. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these. No magic this time, but that's fine. Ukrainian Fedora says, seeing those flaming arrows gave me flashbacks of playing Chosukabe in Total War Shogun 2. Arrows and flaming arrows for days. Oh, infantry? That's cute, lol. Yep. I personally, when it comes to Shogun 2, prefer the Otomo. Just nothing but firearms with archers right behind them, blasting away at enemies. And then if it's in a siege or something, just drop down some fire bombs and just watch the chaos ensue. It's nothing but glorious. You do have to use a little bit there, but there we are. And I messed it up. That's a little bit my fault, though. I shouldn't have just tried rushing it like that. Oh well. There we are. Now, if it looks like those little bits can be broken and knocked asunder, that's because they can. Which is exactly what we're going to be doing. Alrighty. Yep, this area can be a little bit tricky if you don't know what you're doing. So this is probably the spot where a lot of people fell off, just trying to get down here. Because I can definitely see that being. I like how I have to deal with enemies that are busy throwing killer snowballs at me. There we go. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be another fairy something from there, so... There we go. Anyways, Ukrainian Fedora says, agreed, borderline horrifying. What's great about the Chosakabe bows, though, is that they can be used for siege in their own ways, without too many losses, and the best part is, not too much to repair after. I do like to play Mori, however, dominating the waves and launching surprise attacks on port provinces without impunity. Yep. Don't the Mori also get a cheap Ashigaru level swordsman, which is unusual in the game, if I remember correctly, that are basically just light version of samurai, more or less. I know the Iku-Iki do. Alright, so what's this? Ooh, boss battle. Ow. So they both give me fairies? Yep. So that is 11 fairies. I know there's at least one more that I need to get. Actually, two more. So that brings me up to... I forget how to get up there. Oh, well. Oh yeah, I think this is the way. Here we go. Now once I find the flower pot, there we are. Gives me access to yet another one. I just need to remember where it is. Ukrainian Fosora says, I don't remember, would have to play through them again. I just remember getting stupid rich as the Mori from 400 trade routes, and no one could do anything about it, lol. Yep. Did you also manage to get the trade ship, the Namban trade ship as well? Because those things, if I remember correctly, were OP. Trying to remember where it is. Well, this is going to be a little tricky, because I don't remember where the darn ferry is, but I'm going to have to... First, we'll go ahead and actually just go this route, because it's the safe route. Oh! Yet another fight with this guy. Okay. That's probably going to give us access to the boss key, which is fine. And he spawns right in front of me. So you have chosen death. Ukrainian Fedora says, oh yes, yes I did, and it was glorious. I was untouchable on the waves. Much less the famous Black Ship 2. Yep. That thing is, oh yeah, that thing, oh. There comes a point where you almost have to feel sorry for the AI at that point. Which is kind of what's going to happen with Link here if I get the Fierce Deity Mask. Speaking of which, because in case you guys have not played Majora's Mask, the Fierce Deity Mask that you get as basically for completing the game 100%ing it. Let's just get this out of the way. One of the best in-game items of all time for a game, because it is just gloriously, ridiculously overpowered. To the extent that it really is designed for just cheesing the bosses, is what it's designed for. Even Majora's Mask does not hold a candle to the Fierce Deity. Yeah, it's okay. Just get it back up here. So we're already on the second night, which suggests to me that I can... There we are. I'm definitely, of course, going to be able to finish this dungeon. Not too much after it, so I might, as soon as I finish the dungeon, call it as far as this particular stream is concerned. But of course I am going to go through and... Oh, another... Wait, did I already fight these guys? I probably did. Yeah, I definitely fought these guys. We'll see if they drop any more fairies or something. I don't think they will, but... Yep, okay. So I just went through this. Ukrainian Fedora says, lol, nice. Parks Black Ship on Shogunate Coast and looks over them. What's up? Gonna make me Shogun now? Exactly. Exactly. Alright, so yeah, this is the same place I've already been. So I'll just go back up here. Run past these guys, I'm sure they'll let it. Ow. There we go. Just need to figure out where on earth is that ferry. Actually, yeah, I need to get back up here a little bit. Alright, now let's find out where the ferry is, because once I have its location, it looks like it's over there. It is. Okay. Now I can simply get to it, and that gives me another ferry, which brings me up to 12. And once I figure out how to get onto that one room down below, that'll get me up to 13 at least. Which means I'm still missing 2 ferries. I probably missed a room or 2, so... See, if that's there, that means the room is down here. Now this is going to take a little while, unfortunately. And you can't even really... You have to actually know it's there in advance, because you can't activate the Lens of Truth while flying. So you either have to waste up all your magic, or not, and simply know that it's there. That is a questionable gameplay design, I'll admit. But I can already see it, so I'm fine. And then once we're down with that, I think I'll go back to that first floor, try to figure out where that room is that has the stuff, and see if I can find a way to get through there, get to it. Because that'll give me, like I said, another ferry, so I'm up to 11 now, I believe. So this would be 12, that would be 13. So how long have we been at the stream for? Almost 2 hours. Okay. That's good. And I think we are now down enough. Almost. Okay. Yeah, this little area, this one puzzle can get a little tedious, unfortunately, but it is a single puzzle, so... And it's not even a required puzzle, it's a bonus. A nice bonus to have, but a bonus nevertheless. Alright, so it's not that. Well, at least I didn't land in the lava, so it could have been a lot worse. But I do want to get out of the Deku form before that happens, because that would be bad. Let's see if there's any more fairies in this area. Nope. Alright, so it was just that one. That's fine. Alright, now that we've gotten that, I think what I'll do is, I think there might be another way to get that other fairy that was at the very beginning, because like I said, I want to try getting all the fairies, so. That explains it. Okay, yep, that explains it. I like the wolf, how the wolfo is just hiding behind everything. We have ninja wolfos. And Ninja Wolfo is no more. We got him. I'm actually thinking this. Should go over here, maybe? Yep. Alright, then I go into... Oh. Oh. So, hello to another fairy. Nice. And this should give me access to yet another... Actually, wait a sec. I think there might be another fairy up here as well. If I throw my bomb up and time it right, if I remember correctly. It didn't quite work. Ow. Got it. Okay, so that's another fairy under my belt. Alright. Ukrainian Fedora says, Ninja Wolves. Gets him using Shinobi flashbacks. Yep. Alright, now that we've gotten that settled. Simple matter of just getting to here. So that might, if this is all three of the remaining fairies, that would this one, plus the one I already got, plus the one in the next room, then that would be the full set. And I think it is. So I don't have to worry about that now. Then I'll be able to just go to the boss, beat him, and he's a fun boss in my opinion. A little bit unusual for Majora's Mask boss. Sorry. One thing, by the way, about the bosses that is that you don't actually beat them in most cases using the item that you acquire in the dungeon. Now, sometimes you do, like the Stone Tower one, you do. In fact, both of the items that you get in the dungeon are useful. You actually get 2 items in that particular case, which is nice. Ah! Back to it again, I guess. Oh, well, I can live with that. Okay. And it reset. Could be worse, I guess. There we are. All I have to do is just jump like normal. And all of the fairies have been acquired. Excellent. Now, how do I get back? I think I figured out the best way back. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Once I finish this and get the fairies, I'll also upgrade the bomb bag, so I think I'd even do it twice, which is nice. Ukrainian Fedora says, oh no, it's the Ninja Wolves again. Get them at Tsuki. Yep. Oopsie daisy. Alright, well that's fine. So I'll just go through this again, climb back up, which should be fairly easy now. We've gotten everything. Just some backtracking just to unlock everything. Not again. Oh well. It looks like the ladder was made wider specifically to fit Gorons, which is a nice little touch. Some hearts. And back to it. Wait a sec. I could have just jumped down. I could have saved myself a whole bunch of trouble. I just realized, and I just realized how. Oh well. Killer Frost says, back up the punishment ladder again. Yep. Alright, so now we are in position. Alright, next I will go this way, which will get us even higher up. Then from there I hopefully should be able to... Yeah, see how wide the ladder is? I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure. It is a nice little touch if you ask me. And with this we can head straight into the boss room. By the way, one warning about the Gorons, never try to enter deep water with them because you will drown, and that is a problem. Now it's time for, like I said, one of my favorite boss battles in the entire game. It's not a particularly complex boss battle, it's actually kind of easy, but it's nevertheless a lot of fun for me. Because it just is so different, you know? You have to thaw him out here, which is fairly simple and easy to do. But yeah, you actually use the masks a lot of times in these boss battles to fight the boss. Now, you do have to be careful because he will do things like shoot lightning at you and whatnot. Especially if you let him get too far ahead of you. And if you get in front of him, he starts, of course, charging you. There we go. Here comes the pain. Ow, he got me. But he's almost dead at this point. Got some really good hits on him already, so... That's another hit, but that's fine. I still have a fairy. That sounds like he's gotten a bit too... Nope, he didn't. Ow. That might be a problem. Yep. There we go. Ukrainian Fedora set. Well, actually, wait. I'll hold off till the boss cutscene ends. Now, yeah, make sure to pick up the heart before you pick up the mask. So, there we are. Alright, so Ukrainian Fedora says, ever played Sword of the Stars? It's super cheap on Steam, not sure if it's on GOG. Really good 4X, holds up really well today. Modding community is very small, but alive and kicking in some parts. Too bad about Sword of the Stars 2, though. Could have been something special. Yep. I'll have to check to see if I've got it. I think I might have it on either GOG or Steam or something like that, but I'll have to check. Alright, so this guy has just been dealt with, so that's the second major dungeon finished. What exactly are all of you? Guardians. So you're protective gods. That's why you're in the temples. But why are the protective gods? No, wait, are you listening to me? Hey? Alright, so... Alright, so simple enough. Now it's going to thaw again. Which means that this guy is going to get unfrozen. We did it. Now I'm going to have a quick look, see about... See, what we need to do is head up here because... Actually, you know what? Go to Snowhead again. Just get there to get the fairies and get the upgrade. Killer Ferret says, ah yeah, saving the world through the power of global warming. Yep. So there's the ghost now, and we can see him. Which is interesting. There are further platforms around. I'm not sure what they're there for. Could just be, you know, for good old-fashioned scenery building. Okay, definitely need to activate. There we are. And the Wolfos are no longer the Snow Wolfos type, they're just the usual Wolfos. Which I guess means ninjutsu not included. Eric McKenzie says, these graphics look really crisp and clean. Is this on 3DS? No, but it is using a texture pack to make it look a lot nicer. And it's on emulator, so it is full 1080. I think it might be on full 1080 that I've got it set to. And it is with a texture pack, so it looks a lot nicer. But yeah, it is also emulated, so... Alright, now I can actually go to Clocktown, get the bomb bag upgrade, and then head back into the Snow Village, pick up that bomb bag upgrade, and then that would be a good way to call the particular... Eric McKenzie says, it's probably the texture pack I'm looking at then. Look too clean for native 64 graphics. Yeah, although the resolution, of course, goes a long, long way. But yeah, you're right. The texture pack is probably the biggest factor. It's not perfect, but like there is some odd stuff with some of the textures, for example. Yeah, that is a little bit odd, but otherwise... Alright, now, I believe West Clock Tower is this way. So I will wait for daybreak and upgrade my bomb bag. So now we're going to go and use this bomb shop to buy the bomb upgrade, then head back into the Snow Village, get that one, and that should be it, like I said. As far as my next live stream, if we want to go back to this particular game, I might actually do 2 cycles in that case, if only because... I know there's a lot to do in between the Snow Temple and the Water Temple, basically. Ukrainian Fedora says, yep, just looked, Sword of the Stars is on GG for $10, likewise on Steam. I'm using the ACM mod for it, and I think the other one mod kind of makes it just overall better in my opinion. Alright. I have to see if I have it, actually. And while we're at it, we'll see how much the bomb bag costs. And if it costs an extortionate amount, I might want to... I know it's going to cost at least 100 rupees. I like how when you teleport anywhere with the owl, the area automatically gives you tons, and I mean tons of good stuff. Actually, wait, there is something in the waterfall here. That is nice. Thank you, game developers. See, which way is it to... I believe it's this way. But first... That's another 20 rupees from that, too. Plus all these, so that's nice. Yeah, once we upgrade the sword, they'll even have further reach, too, so... Good. That is exactly where we want to go. Let's see, do I have the Keaton mask? Yes. So I wonder if I can actually... Yeah, worth a shot. Well, I'm sure I could probably find another thing here and just... Ukrainian Fedora says, great stream so far. I'm probably going to play Final Fantasy XIV after, though I'm probably going to get Battle Engine Aquila and KKND 1 and 2 before that, though. Loving Final Fantasy XIV so far. Great, though. Alright. Yeah, Battle Engine Aquila, definitely a recommendation for me as far as that game's concerned. I think I have KKND 1 and 2, though, as well, so... Come on, Gary. Alright, so we've met the Keaton. Hopefully we can get ourselves a heart piece from this. Where does Crimea, the manager, try to deliver her milk? The milk bar. Grasshopper. I think it's Dotour? Yes, okay. Mommy, I think it is. Yep, okay. Chateau Robani, yep. There we go. So yeah, it's just a simple quiz if you're familiar with the game. The mayor one was a little bit tricky for me, but I got it right. Alright, now, where is the... There he is. Let's see how expensive this bomb bag upgrade is. Alright, well, I have to have 200 rupees. Well, that's fine. I can manage that, I think. Just kill some wolfos or something. So it's a little grind, but that's fine. Alright, so let's see. Ukrainian Fedora says, ever played Imperium Galactica 1 or 2? I've heard it's pretty good, and I've been looking to pick those up. I remember playthroughs, but I can't remember all too much. Been looking to pick them up. I haven't actually tried them out yet. I'll have to do that. So it's a simple matter, just kill some wolfos, and hopefully I'll be able to either that or even just use the sword to just smack stuff. Smack those bushes again for more stuff. Come here, little wolfo. No! Ukrainian Fedora says, I believe they're on GG.com. Speaking of old games, okay. I just need another 70 rupees. Well, 71 technically. I think there might be something in this room, so... This is 20 rupees or something like that. It is. So 11 more and I've got it. Looks like one more little trip to that thing over to those bushes there and I should have it. Darn it! That does it. There. There we go. So 5 more and we have it. Then we'll be able to upgrade the bomb bag and then I think I'll be able to play the Song of Time and that'll actually be a good stopping point for us. There. I mean, I'm already full, but why not? There we are. Ukrainian Fedora says the ninja wolves have evolved. They don't need to be ninjas since they have foxholes now. Yep. Alright. So we've just about made it. And there we go. And we fully upgraded that. So yeah. Beat the second temple, fully upgraded our bomb bag, and got the blast mask, and got some other goodies as well. I think that's a job well done for this. Alright. I think that's actually a good stopping point, like I said. So, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.